Well, folks, coming up in just a little bit, the Day of Champions 2024 will be at Phil Pugh Stadium at North Mason High School. This is a collaboration with all the Kiwanis clubs of Mason County, North Mason, Kristmastown, Pioneer, Shelton, and Hood Canal. I have Julie Rowan on the line to talk a little bit more about this. Julie, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jeff. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great, and these are always fun events to highlight the student athletes across Mason County. And the Day of
Absolutely.
Champions started actually in Thurston County, um, about 15, 20 years ago, something
Yeah,
like that?
2003 it started. Yes.
Wow, very cool. And this is an event well, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Day of Champions is a one-day modified track and field event for special needs students. Allow them to come out and spend a day doing activities may otherwise not be able to participate in. So we have things like pool noodle javelins. With soccer, we've got the big ball, we've got parachute. And given the nature of the participants this year, we're adding what we're calling calming stations. So we'll have like a bubble station and giant Connect Four, because it does get rowdy, but we want to be sensitive to maybe some sensory issues that kids have as well. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
That's super cool. And it
Yeah.
has grown over the years, and the participants have grown over the years. North Mason, Shelton, Hood Canal, Pioneer, and Griffin are all bringing representatives to North Mason High School for this.
They are, yes. And last week we just got word that Merriam Knight will be there as well. So we're
Oh,
excited to
awesome.
add yet another school district to the list. Yes.
That's really, really cool. So, over near 200 participants are going to be playing around out there on this event. It is Thursday, May 30th, again at North Mason High School. So, what's the rundown? What's the schedule of events?
Absolutely. So North Mason's choir is going to kick us off with the national anthem at 10 o'clock, followed by what we call the Parade of Champions. So each school and class will line up. They're going to walk through the North Mason Bulldog as we announce their names over the loudspeaker. Then from there, they'll break into one of 14 different stations. Each participate for 5 to 7 minutes. After all stations are done, we'll break for lunch. Shout out to North Mason Culinary Arts, who's providing our lunches this year. And it was not a small task. We offer it to participants and volunteers and teachers. So they have to make 340 sandwiches for us. But
Oh my
we're
gosh.
so excited that they're going to do it. Yeah, so that's great. After lunch, we then have kind of a dance party on the field. Get everyone out on the field to just enjoy ourselves while buses come pick them up. Yeah.
That is really, really cool and a great opportunity for some of our special needs students who may not get the opportunity to participate in some of these track and field events in the course of a
Yeah.
standard school year. Talk to me a little bit about the the feelings that you get
The
when you're
feels.
there, all the participants are, how they're reacting to everything, all the families and the volunteers. There's just got to be a lot of hugs and a lot of
Yeah,
laugh and a lot of cry going on.
absolutely. So Thurston County describes it as the day of a million smiles because it really is. I mean, as soon as those kids step off the bus, you see the giant ball in the middle of the field, the parachute, the colors, you just know you're in for a good day. Yeah, million smiles is the best way to describe it between volunteers, students. It's all the feels, all the feels. It sounds so
All the
cheesy, but it's
feels.
true. Yeah.
And when you're talking to me about the when the kids are going to come out of the big bulldog inflatable, it just in my mind I'm transported to the opening ceremonies of the Olympics with
Exactly.
everybody that comes through, and everybody's just so proud to be representing their school, in this
Yeah.
case, in the country, in the Olympics case. But this is very, very cool. This is something do you still have opportunities for volunteers, or is it booked up, or what's the story?
Great question. So we're pretty booked for volunteers this year, but if people are interested, I encourage them to reach out to me. We'd love to get them on the list for next year because, of course, the goal is to just keep this going and growing.
So,
But there's plenty of room for spectators. The North Mason Kiwanis and their Key Club will have the concession stand open, so you
oh,
can come
cool.
have a snack and watch these kids have fun. Absolutely.
So this is at Phil Pugh Stadium up in Belfair at North Mason
Yes.
High School. As it continues over the next years, is it going to move around at all, do you think? Or is North Mason a good spot?
That's a great question. North Mason has been a great spot. They've just been really great to work with, providing both their school resources and everything else. The idea originally was to kind of move it between, North Mason and Shelton High School. So we'd love to get that going. But now the bigger dream is maybe someday it's kind of Shelton this way and North Mason Kitsap event. Who
I
knows?
like it. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. Very, very cool. Well, the Day of Champions 2024, the second annual here in Mason County, a track and field event for some great students in the North Mason, Shelton, Hood Canal, Pioneer, and Griffin school districts. Thursday, May 30th, from North Mason High School with you're definitely going to want to be there by just before 10 so you have a good
Yes.
view of the parade of champions and the opening ceremonies there, and it looks like just a pretty nice day, and then I'll wrap things up about 1:30.
Yes. Yep. Nice and easy.
Oh, very cool. Julie, what Kiwanis are you in?
I'm in the Kristmastown Kiwanis Club.
All right, well, you want to give a little plug to your friends there, give a
Yeah,
shout out.
shout out. Yeah, so Kristmastown Kiwanis, we're the ones we're selling ducks. So for the Big Forest Festival Parade, that's us. And then we also do the Christmas festivities in town, the parade and the tree lighting. So
Well, very
when you
cool.
see those,
It's cool that you guys can all play nice here in Mason
yes,
County. The North Mason Kiwanis, Christmastown, Pioneer, Shelton, and Hood Canal Kiwanis are all participating in the Day of Champions 2024. Julie, good to
yeah.
talk with you. Good to see
You
you.
too, Jeff. Yes, thank you so much for having me.